whichever part of the world you are in. Hope you all are fine. It's evening time here in New Zealand, and I'm just having a cuppa. It's a beautiful sunny day. It was a sunny day, really hot day, and I'm quite tired, but I thought of coming and saying hi to you all. So it's been a really difficult year for most of us. And I thought of saying hi and talking to each one of you, and just a general talk on how you all are doing and how are you coping, and yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys are online. Hi Raj, how are you? So nice to see you. How was your day? Hope you had a good day. I just thought to take the opportunity to thank you all as well. It was a very hot day today here in New Zealand, isn't it? Hi Gyanur, how are you? Good afternoon to you. I hope you had your lunch. It's afternoon, isn't it, in India? Hi to all my Indian friends. Hi to all my friends in Dubai. Hi. Hello, Jefferson. How are you? Hope you are fine too. I would like to talk to all of you. And hi, Shweta. How are you? Yes. Okay, Gyanur. I see that. Very good. It was quite a hot day today in New Zealand, and I'm glad that summers are coming. I'm a tropical person, and yeah. So I also thought of talking to you all about my garden, what I'm doing in the garden at the moment, what are my plans for the future, some work in progress, what I have achieved so far in my garden and in life in general, and also want to talk to you too about. Okay, yes, yeah, I'm just explaining what the session is about, Gyanu. So I'm talking about my garden. As you can see, I'll just show you a little bit. This is what I did yesterday. So I have made this little sitting space for myself and for my family, so that after a very long day at work, you can come here, sit down in this corner. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, sorry guys. I'm doing live for the first time, so yeah, can you see that? So I've just put some flowers here, some hanging baskets. Yeah, a little space for me to sit after a long day, have my cup of coffee or tea. And I also want to give you a tour, a virtual tour actually, of my garden, because many of my friends and YouTubers have been asking me, what do you do in the garden? How do you spend so much time? What do you do on your off days? And how do you get time to maintain the garden? Do you spend a lot of time doing it? So I have a lot of answers to that. I'll try to explain as much as I can. Yeah, as much as I can. Yeah, it is quite spacious, and uh, I'm lucky to have this spacious garden, but it's a lot of hard work. Um, I've just spent at least 4 hours doing lawn mowing by myself. Quite proud of that. So, so I just wanted to talk to you guys. How are you guys coping with this year? With this year's COVID and lockdowns, are you all fine? How do you spend time? That's true, Shweta. I can't wait for it to finish as well. So Yes, I know. You are talking about this year, not about my video. Yes, Raj, work is keeping us busy, which is good. So I've moved to this property around the end of July, and this is what I've been doing. I've been planting, I've been building this vegetable planters from scratch. So I bought this wood pieces from Bunnings. Bunnings is a hardware store in New Zealand. And I've been building this, not me, but my husband. I've been helping him. And these are some of the vegetables that we have planted almost maybe 2 months back, and it's all grown so big. Now you can see that this broccoli, it has flowered here. The reason is I'm going to wait and see. I'll allow them to seed. I'm going to take the seeds and grow new broccoli plants from this. So that's the plan. So this is the one plant which will bear flowers. And you can see lettuces here. So in a vegetable garden, you don't have to just stay limited with one plant. If you're putting a lot of leafy vegetables, you can just go ahead and plant them together. It's fine. This is spinach. It's called perpetual spinach, which means it will keep on growing and growing. You just need to take them out from here when you cook them or when you want to juice them, and it just keeps on growing. Nature gives you so much. It just keeps on giving you if we take a little bit of care. Here you can see this is the cucumber. You can see. Yes, I am planning to freeze them for winter, and that's how most people do. They grow a lot of vegetables in summer here in New Zealand, and when you have excess, you just boil them in hot water. So boil water and then put your broccolis there. Take them out immediately, freeze them, or rather put cold freezing water on the broccolis, allow them to dry. Once it's dry, you can just take freezer bags, seal them properly and keep in your freezer. It will stay there for ages. Now, you'll wonder why I have these flowers in between the vegetables, right? There's a lot of this. These are called calendulas. These are called nasturtiums. Did you know that you can use these nasturtium flowers in salads as well? They look colorful, they are healthy, they are edible, and they look beautiful in salads. So the idea behind using flower, not using, the idea behind planting these flowers in between your vegetables is called companion planting. Now what it does is, there's a lot of pests, there are a lot of caterpillars, or there's a lot of pests like aphids, or some there's a lot of bugs that can cause a lot of issues on our vegetables. So planting this certain companion plants like calendulas, and I'll show you some marigolds here. Can you see this marigolds? Yeah. So these will help deter this pest away. So this not only looks beautiful in the garden, this is a herb called thyme. It smells amazing. This is a herb called basil. Yes, yes, Shweta, that's right. Many people have been doing this companion planting from ages. Now there's a term used for that, but I think most of the primitive people or the old farmers knew what they were doing. Now I have these tomato plants here. So this is a second planter here with the tomatoes. Now basil and tomatoes are a good companion plant, because when your tomatoes ripens and it grows, it will have a slight, sweet taste. Hello, Abhinay. How are you? So it will have a slight taste of the basil, the sweetness of the basil, because they are both sharing. Uh, you can see how close they are, right? So that's quite good. And you can see your capsicum here. So capsicums. Now, this is the coriander plant. It doesn't look like the coriander because I've allowed it to flower again. And these flowers will turn into seeds. They'll dry up and I'm going to use them again in growing more coriander plants. So that's the idea. And you can see some marigolds hiding there. So that's what is happening in the vegetable garden. So this is the next planter, work in progress. And this is strawberries, a bit sad looking strawberries. These are happy looking. And I'm sure something is going to come out. These are the strawberry flowers, and yeah, you can see some of them. Yeah, I was a bit late in planting them. It's my fault. I've just come here maybe in July, by the end of July. So I started this only around end of October. So it wasn't too early. Now, these are blueberries. And this is the surprise plant for us. Yes, they are waiting for 2021, yes. So this is the papaya plant. Most of us Indians know what a papaya plant is. In New Zealand, it's also called pawpaw. And I was quite excited to get this or see this in New Zealand because, as I said, I'm a tropical girl and would love to eat my pawpaws. So you can see this tiny little leaves shooting up. So I planted this a month back and I've been watering them and giving them a lot of sunlight, and looks like they are growing. You can see this little shoots. Yeah, it's very promising. This is the next plant that I would love to show you guys. Can you guess what is it? Yes, but what I'm planning to do, Raj, is, can you see this pot? It's enough for the plant to take off. And once established, because I want the roots to go deeper, so I'll just let it grow. And if needed, I'm going to go to a bigger pot. As of now, that would do because I'm just letting it survive. Planning to build a greenhouse, which is most important in our type of weather for our tropical plants. So hopefully, yeah. Yes, Shweta, this is the curry leaves, the kadhi patta as we call. And you can see new flowers coming here. And this is a plant that I bought from the old house. And I'll tell you the story about the other curry leaves shortly. But this is the one in the pot. So it survived. It's happy. It's growing new leaves. So I'm happy too. And here is the little space that I've given for beans. So beans are creepers. So always make sure you have good fencing or, yeah, I mean, hello, are you guys able to hear me okay? I thought I got disconnected in between. Buffering, okay, right. So this area, you can see a lot. Is it better? Yeah. You can see tulsi. Is it better now, Shweta? I hope you can hear me now. This is the tulsi, the Indian tulsi. And this is the Italian tulsi, which they call as basil. So I have both the varieties here, the Italian version and the Indian version. Most of, yes. Hi, Catherine, how are you? Hope you had a good day. It was a very hot day actually, but I hope you survived and you are there. You survived, that's why you are here on the live. So this is another herb. As I said, I'm a herb person, so this is another herb which is called stevia. Has anyone heard of stevia? Stevia plants? Yes, so it's the sugar alternative. And what I've done is I've got these plants here, and what I'm going to do is pluck them, dry them, and then use them instead of sugar. So it will still give you the sweetness, but it's very good. Yeah. So most of us don't know about stevia. It's quite good for health, and it will keep you healthy, obviously, because you are not having the sugar. As we all know how bad sugar is, and we need to limit it. I know it's hard for us to. Hello, Liji. How are you? Yes, Raj. They all have place in my garden, Raj. Um, so I am the mama who takes takes care of all of them. Hi, Liji. So yes, we should limit our sugar usage as much as we can. I know it's very hard for us to stop it because yeah, everywhere you go, you get sugary stuff. But as much as you can, if you can grow stevia at home, it grows really good in summer, and it's a plant which you can even plant in a pot. So you don't need space or a big, big space or a ground cover or anything. You can just grow it in a planter. So you can see how big it has grown, isn't it? So just pluck it, dry it, exactly like basil. So in summer, I'm going to take out all these basil plants, basil leaves, dry them, and put them in a jar, them in a bottle or something, and keep using them even during winters. In summers, yeah, it's fresh. It's best to eat with your Italian pastas or pizzas, and you can just smell them if you want to. Here, just decorated it with some ferns and this little cute rabbits here with some succulent plants. Now this is a pumpkin which is still growing, and here is the watermelon plant. Now you'll wonder why I have this cardboard which doesn't look that attractive, or now there's a reason for this cardboard. This is mulch, which is bark from trees, and the reason I put this cardboard is so that I can minimize weeds growing around this plant. So this, you can clean the area wherever you're planting your vegetables. Okay, I'm not sure if I lost you guys. So wherever you're planting your vegetables, you can just clean it up properly and just put cardboard underneath or some papers, newspapers, and then put your mulch or something on top. Now the reason for putting mulch is so that it can help with saving water. So you don't want to, okay, yeah, I don't know, where did I lose you guys? Where did you guys lose me, rather? Were you able to hear me okay, or? I was talking and talking, and I don't know when the connection was lost. Okay, awesome. So I'll continue. So this is the bark of plants, of trees rather. And hi, Liji. Yes, I don't think I have a very strong Wi-Fi, even though no, I'm not naming the company at the moment. Okay, so it will help with, so if I water that, what I do is I just water 2 to 3 uh, times a week, and that's enough for me in summer. The reason is because when I water, the water will retain because of the mulch. And as you all know, we have to conserve water, and there's a lot of water scarcity at the moment. So I'm just thinking this is a very good idea. We can conserve water as much as we can and yet grow our vegetables and plants. This is the lemon tree which we bought with the house. It was gifted with the house. However, you can see how big and tall this lemon tree has got, which means my next project will be pruning this. Pruning is very important because you can see this yellow leaves here. There's a little bit of deficiency. You can see that it is deficient of some nutrients. Could be magnesium, it could be phosphorus, it could be nitrogen, something in the soil. So the first thing I need to do is fertilize this plant, and also prune it so that it will grow better. It will give me better fruits next year. So I'm just prepping it for the next season, or for the next fruiting. Yeah, I'll walk too far away from the Wi-Fi signal, guys. Now what you see here, can you see this plant? And I'll come back. This is the avocado. Most of us, I don't know how many of us love avocados. I do. Avocado is one of my favorites. And yeah, so I'll show you a big yeah, this is the vegetable patch. I'm planning to make a greenhouse on the other opposite side. Hope by next month or so. So this is the avocado plant. And oh yeah, it's so healthy and so tasty, isn't it, Raj? I love it with sandwiches or guacamole, or just like that, just plain old avocado. Now what you see there, are you guys able to see hear me okay? Because I don't want to walk away from the Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, so that's the curry leaves. Now the story behind this curry leaf is that it used to be a healthy looking, well grown, mature curry leaf in my old house, and I was quite scared to transplant it and bring it to this house. We took the plunge. My husband and I, we dug it up, pruned it, dug it up, put it in a big container that you can see on the, at the background. And we brought it to this house. It survived the winter. And then during spring, we brought it out and planted it in the soil again. So it survived. It looks like it survived. There's a lot of new plants, that's new leaves that are coming out, as you can see. And it looks promising again. This is the pear. And in the next 2 to 3 years, I'll have some beautiful pears. These are some of the section of tropical plants that I'm growing. Do you guys know frangipani flowers or frangipani plants? They are, in Hindi, I think it's called champa. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. And these are hibiscus, which I'm planning to transplant into my tropical garden soon, one day. This is the apple, as you can see. Little apples that you can't eat at the moment, but they're very good to look at. So this has been planted in September of this year. So I'm hoping in the next 2 to 3 years, the pear and the apples will bear fruits. This is the guava plant here. Yeah, again, it's a tropical fruit. Most of us know about guavas. A bit hard to grow here, but it's quite good. Now taking a trip down to the other side. Now this is the porch where I just sit. I was just sitting here. Some roses, it's looking sad. So what I'm going to do is just dehead it. Deheading is quite important for most flowers. Now use a secateurs. Secateurs are nothing but this looking, it's a bit rusty, sorry guys, but yeah, this is how it has a parrot beak, and these are called secateurs. And it's quite important to dehead your roses. They not only look pretty, but at the same time it will encourage new growth of flowers. Quite important to do it now and then. So this is how I spend most of my time after work. um, this is the geraniums outside, different types of geraniums. They're all different colors, and yeah, they just look pretty because it's summer, everything is flowering. Now this is my little project table where I do projects every day, or maybe every 3 days. My next project is planting succulents into this tiny cute little pots for indoor plants. Yeah, hi to all my Dubai Dubai friends. You know about succulents, right, Liji? Yeah, they grow very well as an indoor plant, and you can use them. Yeah, they like heat, and they like moist weather. Not ideal. Yes, lovely. Yes, aloe vera is a succulent, and these are just few of the indoor succulents that I'll be. And this is something I made the last year. Thanks, Tiana. How are you? How's the weather there? Yes, that's okay, Raj. Thanks for coming. I'll catch up another time. And what I'll be doing is I'll plant some indoor plants into these pots, or yeah, containers, and just going to decorate the inside of the house. Yeah, this is not a very not a very clean area, because this is my work area where I do all my experiments. Yes. So moving further, I don't know if you are able to still hear me, guys, because the internet can cut off in and out. So that's a very difficult question, Shweta. I think it's a combination of everything. When we do a garden, the main focus, I mean, it just depends on the person who likes to do gardening. What's your purpose? Do you want to just decorate your indoor space, especially people who are living in apartments, or people who are living in small spaces, or in countries like, say, for example, India, Dubai, where space is very restricted and you still love plants? What do? So you opt for indoor plants. Flowering plants, yes. It just depends on your choice. Yes, flowering plants is another choice. If you like, say, for example, if you have a look here, now this area is full of flowering. I mean, you can see roses here, you can see marigolds, and look at the hanging baskets here. So this area, you just feel welcome after a very hard day. Oh, my tea is still there. I just forgot about it. So you just feel quite welcome to sit here and just relax. And the flowers, yeah, you just feel cool, the breeze and everything. It's a combination of everything. So I would say in this garden we have a combination of everything. Some flowers, a bit of veggies, a bit of herbs that you can see. But over the years, with experience, yes, that's right, Shweta. Yes, thanks, Kathy. Thanks for coming. Have a good evening. So it's a healthy balance. And over the years, with my experience, and I've tried out a lot of flowering plants, and I've tried out a lot of vegetables, and there's been a lot of errors, trials and errors my way. However, with my experience, I found that food forest is the way to go, because you grow your own food. You know what you like, because every person is different. Some people like, say for example, I like a lot of leaves, but you may not, for example. So I grow a lot of greens. The other person may just love flowers. Now, in saying so, I was just telling that some people may find space constraint and can't do gardening. That's right, Shweta. And many people may find it hard to um, grow a lot of vegetables because of the space. However, if you have interest, if you have the time, and if you can take a little bit of effort, it is possible even to grow vegetables in pots or planters in your balcony. In If you have a little space, that is, in a balcony, yes, you can do that. And you just have to buy bigger pots like this. Say for example, this is quite a big pot, and you can just buy the flat ones. Where do I show a flat one? I don't have a flat one to show as an example, but this is a planter box. So you can buy planter boxes a little smaller. Hello Vijay, how are you? Tiana, I didn't forget. I saw that it's quite cold there in Meghalaya. How are you keeping yourself warm? I miss Meghalaya, by the way. Yeah, Meghalaya is the place where I was born and brought up. So it's quite dear to me. It will always be dear to me. So the soil in Meghalaya is quite good. I feel that whenever I do gardening, whenever I go and go for a nature walk, I see many traits, many things that I miss: the hills, the rivers, the plants. Yeah, even though some of the plants are different, but the trees on the valleys remind me of Meghalaya. So Liji, this is especially for you if you're still watching. In small spaces, you can still do vegetable gardening with little planter boxes. Not this, not this size. It's quite huge, but little planter boxes that are a bit deep, and you can just put nice organic soil and do a little bit of gardening like tomatoes, broccoli, spinach, lettuce, chilies, green chilies. These things grow very well in planters, capsicums, and a lot of herbs. So it's doable. Hi Vijay, how's the weather there? Hope it's not very hot. So this area that you see, guys, is something that I'm developing over the months. It's still work in progress. The ones that you yes, it's great for me too, because it's the first time experience. I hope I'm not killing you guys by my constant talking. I just thought of just saying hi to each and everyone who has been supporting me all through these months. And I've been wanting to do this live stream for a while, but haven't found the time to do it yet. So can you see the bluish, purplish or lavender, I would say, just there? Oh wow, Liji, that's awesome. Yeah, let me know if you need any help with any tips. I know you'll do fine, but just in case you need any tips, let me know. So those plants that you see, those flowers that you see there, is the hydrangea. They grow in abundance in summer here, and this area is something that I'm developing over the months. And what I'm trying to do is trying to give this area a tropical look with tropical plants, structures, like some sculptures that I got. Can you guys hear me? Hi guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back to my position in here. And let's watch it from here, because the further I go, the internet connection isn't great. That's right. That's right. So how do you what do you do in winters, Tiana? How do you keep yourself? I was talking to the guys and I was saying that this year really hard on most of us, and many have lost jobs, many have been sick, and we all have been trying to cope in some or the other way. So, what are you doing there? How are you coping with COVID and the lockdown? And what do you do to do your? Do you do any gardening, or do you do something else to keep yourself occupied, or just to de-stress? That's the whole idea. What do you normally do? I know most of us have kids, and they have been home with us most of the days. Homeschooling has not been easy as well. So, do you get the opportunity to go out for a walk or something? That's good. One of my very close friends started was into depression. I can't name her. I won't. But she started gardening. I told her to just garden, because garden, the plants, the amount of time you spend with it, you find a relief that nothing else can give you. So she has a collection of more flowers than I do at the moment, which is awesome, which is great, and I'm happy for her. And she is doing so much better in terms of her health, her physical and mental health. And this improved just because of gardening. I mean, it's not something we all know how important it is to go out in nature, to go for a walk, even though it's a 30 minutes walk. It could be just outside your house, maybe on the road, maybe if you have a park, even better. But even if you don't have anything, just de stressing by not having technology with you all the time, just listening to the nature sounds that birds make, that the leaves make, that itself will give a lot of. Yeah. So I'm just looking at my paper as to what I was going to talk about. Yeah. Let me just show you my face now. Sorry, guys. I'm actually a very camera shy person, and you won't believe that I have come on camera and I'm doing YouTube at the moment. And this is a gradual process for me too. 2020 has been hard on me too, but this is the time I took the opportunity to try something different, which is not me, which is out of my comfort zone, to come on camera, talk to people, to known friends and to unknown people. So, yeah, this is something which I have done personally. Have you guys done anything different in 2020 apart from the lockdown? If not, this is the right time. 2021 is the right time. We can say goodbye to 2020 and we can welcome 2021 with positivity, some more targets in mind. Do things which you have always wanted to do. Yeah. I'm not sure who else is online. I can see 8 people online. Hello. How are you today? Please say hi if you can. Please type it down so that I can see who you are. And I hope you can still hear me. Hello, Shiba. How are you? Hope you're having a relaxing Sunday out there. I was just talking. Yes, thank you, Shiba. I'm doing fine. I'm just asking everyone, how are you guys coping with the lockdown changes? I mean, the changes that were done in 2020. Have you done anything different? Do you want to do anything different in the coming year? This was the big thing that I did. Hello, Marsharth. Did I pronounce it right? I'm sorry. How are you? It's so nice to see you online. The whole idea is to talk to a lot of people today because the year is ending. I wanted to say thank you to each and everyone who has been supporting me, who has been watching my videos, sometimes short videos, sometimes very long videos, but you still have been supporting me. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. 2020 is just I think a week now. We'll say bye bye to 2020, and there's a lot of things to do in the garden. In terms of life, there's a lot of things again to do, which I'll be coming on online more often now. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Shiba. Yes, it's quite hard on most of us mums, especially because we do a lot of cooking, cleaning, looking after kids, working at the same time. Well, for people who don't know me much, apart from my friends, I'm a full-time, I have a full-time job, and I'm a mom of a 6-year-old kid as well. And I do, so many of my friends ask me, how do I find time to do gardening and do things which I do. So yes, it's quite hard. Sometimes it can get stressful for me too. I do get stressed at times, and there are a few friends whom I rant to about it. I'm not telling their names, but they know who they are. They are the chill people whom yeah, who know me quite well. But how I spend my time after job is mostly sitting here in this place. Tell us your biography. What do you want to know? Yes, I would like to talk to you guys, know you better, and talk about myself as well. What would you like to know about me? I'm happy to share a few of my secrets today. So this is what I do after my work. I come and sit here, have a cup of tea or coffee, just sit for 10-15 minutes, just sit alone, watch, look at the garden. You can see my garden here. So just around here, sit here. And what I do is I prioritize what I want to do because I love gardening. That is my number one priority, honest with you. So the first thing I would do after a long, hard job, a long day, is to come and water my plants or look at the flowers and see which are the flowers which needs. Did I show you deheading? Would you like to know what is deheading? So this is what is deheading. I'll just show you once again, guys. This is what is deheading. Taking off, taking off this dead leaves, dead plants, dead flowers, so that it allows for more growth. It looks pretty. So this is something I keep doing constantly. And this is just like how most people find it, amusing. Pop the plastic, what's that called? You keep popping on the plastics. This is how amusing I find to dehead these flowers, any dead flowers that I keep deheading. I keep walking here and there, and I try to reach my 10,000 steps a day by just roaming or strolling around in my garden and deheading or watering or just making sure there are weeds, managing the weeds. So this is how I de-stress myself, to be honest with you. So every day, maybe 30 minutes to an hour is what I do after work, after my main job is done. And once that's done, I go back, some cooking. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Liji. Marchit, what would you like to know? What else would you like to know? So I've done my another big achievement that I'm proud of myself is I finished my horticulture course this year as well. That is something that was not me, because I didn't want to study any further. I've done my degree in Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Accounting, sorry, BBA. And I didn't want to study after that, but planting, gardening, and everything, it interests me so much that I decided to do a horticulture course. And I've done that, I've completed that, and I'm quite happy about it. And apart from that, yeah, I have a day job. Hello, Esther. How are you? Glad to see you online. Yeah, this is just a very casual chat today, talking about my garden and about life in general. Just talking about how people were coping during lockdown. Esther, would you like to share some things with us here, whoever is online at the moment? Because you have had a lot of experience with people during lockdown time, right? How hard it is to cope at home and managing children and work together. Would you like to share? Even if you don't want to share, it's okay, but if you would like to share, it would be awesome. um, Most of us are just sharing. uh, that's a very interesting question, Vijay. How do I stay stable? Okay. Yes. How do I answer that? There's a lot of things apart from gardening that I do. Um, I try to exercise every day, um, a little bit of cardio to keep myself fit, a little bit of yoga to try to balance life. Mm, yeah, just trying to focus on the things which are important at the moment, which is surviving each day. What I learned, or what I can uh, advise anyone who is watching this series, any tips? Okay, is that just prioritize things that you want. Don't try to be a micromanager at everything, because we cannot be perfect in everything, but we can be perfect in some things. Prioritize the things that you would like to do. mm, Jot it down, if not in a paper, in your mind at least. What are the things you would like to do in the day, and do the things that you love the most. uh, it doesn't need to be gardening. Just because I do gardening, I don't mean that you need to do gardening. It could be anything that you love to do. Whatever you love to do most, do it now. Do not wait for tomorrow. And spend time with family and friends, the people who love you. Spend time laughing a lot. Spread positivity. Yes, I know that you love writing. What was your latest book, Esther? Did you write anything new in during lockdown or something? Yes, you could. You could start a YouTube channel if you have any visions, anything in mind. Um, yes, why not? You can start a YouTube channel. You can start a cooking channel. Hello, Mother Earth. How are you? Yes, there are certain things Oh, wow. Congratulations. Let us know when it's released. We'll read it too, Esther. I'm just checking what is my agenda. What's my, yeah, as I said, this is my list of things that I do in my life too. Just writing down, jotting down things. Yeah. Now another thing, because it's Christmas time and it's New Year, have you guys planned anything in the next week or so? How are you planning to spend time? Like, do you think does anyone de-stress themselves by cleaning at all? I'm a person who does a lot of cleaning, and it de-stresses me. Is anyone in the group who does that at all? I'm an obsessive cleaner, so I can clean the whole day. I can scrub and I can clean, and I feel happy about it. I feel very good about it. Is there anyone who likes to clean like me? Or is it, oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah. So what another thing that I have started from the last 2 to 3 years have been decluttering and minimalistic living. Anyone knows what it is? Minimalistic living, cleaning stress. Okay, please send me please send me the tickets, friends. I can come and clean your house. I don't mind cleaning for others too, provided you pay me or pay for my flight at least. Okay. So yeah, decluttering is something that's quite important. Negative thoughts, negativity, you know, uh, there's a lot of things going around in the world. There's a lot of bad things going around the world, and the last thing you want to do is having a negative mind, um, stressing about people or thinking bad about people. Be the person who is the change for others. Be the person who spreads positivity. Yeah, there are days when we ourselves can be that's okay, okay. Yeah, maybe I am a bit of obsessive compulsive disorder. Maybe I'm in that category, but I do like cleaning. Another thing which I started 2 3 years back was how to shut off the negativity. Yeah, it's quite simple actually. How do that? I'll tell you how I do that. There has been times when you do get negative thoughts. There are times when your feelings can upset you, but it's training your mind not to be upset with anything or everything that's happening. Yes, there are moments when people or things around you can upset you, but try to minimize the situation. Minimize. It doesn't matter what or what are the reactions of people. It is us, how we react to those things. It doesn't matter someone comes and irritates you, or someone tells something bad about behind your back or just on your face. It doesn't matter. It's how or what you feel towards a person and how you react to each situation. You don't have to be the best thing is not to be angry. Just let it cool. If you want to talk to the person, yes, take your time, talk to them, give it some time, and then bring out a point. And that way, anger is something which I feel is a very bad, or it's a breathe and have some tea. Yes, certainly we need to have some tea as well. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of things to talk about today. I don't know if it's, are you finding it interesting, guys, or should I stop it? So I'll just talk on one more topic. That's decluttering the house and the mind. decluttering the house is as important as decluttering the mind, and everything is a combination. The more and more we do these things, we find it easier to de-stress. It's a it's a I would say I'm still learning, because it's a journey I started 2 to 3 years back. I have asked people to stop giving me gifts or buying me gifts. When I meet friends or family, I tell them not to give me any gifts, because I don't have space to store them anymore. So I try to buy things that is just needed. Like, do you want it? Do you need it? It's a question you need to ask yourself. Do you really need it? Why do you need it? Do you have a space for that thing in your house? And make your house minimalist. Buffering happening. Yeah, I think I lost you guys. So we'll do a live session another day and talk about indoor plants and what type of questions you have about indoor plants. We'll talk in details on how to decorate your inside space, what are the types of pots you need to use, how to keep them, what are the plants, depending on which areas you are. So let me know which are the areas you come from, and we can talk about them in details. Yes, Vijay, what was the last question? Okay. Why do you feel lethargic is the question. Do you sleep enough? That's the first question one should ask. Want to sleep all the time. So the first question you should ask yourself, are you getting enough sleep or not? So each, how to deal with this. So yeah, the first point is, do you get enough sleep or not? Now every person, we say that we need to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but it's not true. It just depends on each person's body. Some may be no, I'm just kidding. Please check if you're getting enough sleep or not. So if you're getting enough sleep, exercise, if you're eating the right type of food, which gives you the enough caloric value, I mean the nutrients that you need in your body, you would not feel lethargic. So you need to eat a lot of fresh veggies and fruits on a daily basis, Vijay, and make sure that your nutrient content for the, for the day is done. That's my reply to you. Hope it satisfies. Hope the answer is satisfactory. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap up? Yeah, this was just a very quick hi hello session with you all. Hi guys, are you able to hear me at all? I'm not even sure how many of us are online at the moment. I hope it was a good session. It was a good session for me though, because it's the first time I am coming live. First of all, I'm a very shy person on camera, so it's a big deal. As I said, we need to take the challenges that comes there. We need to do different things and see how much we can push the boundaries. It could be, new things. It could be, sometimes you feel mundane, you feel that life is not going anywhere. You're just doing the same things again and again, and there's no, you know spice in life. Do something different, do something which may not even be you. You may find it quite surprising that you are doing it quite well. There's a lot of fear inside us that we need to let go of and embrace many of the changes that comes our way. There can be good changes, there can be bad changes, but just embrace it, whatever it is. And also I would say, no matter this, hi, yeah, it's okay, Esther. I just wanted to have a, yeah, just a casual session today, that's all. So no matter how hard this year has been, or no matter how hard life seems to be, sometimes we think, oh my God, sometimes we may think that, guys, thank you for giving. I'm sorry, I'm just going all over the place here, but all I want to say is, oh, yes, Gyanur, read books for a better life. So, guys who don't know about Gyanur, he is my YouTube buddy who has a channel, and what he does is he loves reading, so he reads a lot of books, and he explains it in some diagrams and some in a video, in a YouTube video. So guys, if you don't have time to read a book and would love to, you know, listen to some gyan, you can go to Gyanur's website or YouTube channel. You can ask me, I'll guide you through, or I can also put that link somewhere in this discussion if I can later. So yeah, he's my YouTube buddy whom I just got introduced this year. I'm very lucky. Through this journey, I met a lot of people who are very different than me. um, uh, yes, I mean, through your life journeys you meet a lot of people who are different than you, but embrace them. You don't have to be like them, but you can understand, at least try to understand different people. uh, 2020 has shown us a lot of challenges, shown a lot of difficulties, and let's hope that 2021 is more positive. All good, Gyanur. And thank you, Vijay. I'm really grateful that you were here and you found this session a little bit positive. And it's just how we take uh, positivity, or how we give positivity. Unless we have it inside us, we cannot give it to others. If, say, for example, I have this cup of tea with me, I can't give it to someone unless I have it with me, right? So it's the same concept. Unless I have happiness inside me, unless I am and also obviously I need to be willing to give it. So be the positive person, be the person who makes a change. Don't wait for others to do it. Just do it yourself, do it today, and just see how much change life, I mean, how much better life becomes. So this is just a starting. Yes, that's right, Gyanu. Happiness and positivity comes from inside out. Yes, that's very true. And let's all try to, you know, try to. It's a learning process for me too. I have my bad days. I have my good days. it's it's gardening for the soul, Vijay. So it's quite important. Gardening for the soul is important as much as gardening for the plants. So I think I'll start a new channel as well, gardening for the soul. So I hope the session was good, guys, and I'll come with more live sessions. Maybe that would be shorter ones. Um maybe longer ones, I don't know. But we'll talk about different topics on indoor plants, on different topics that you would like to know. Please put your comments, feedbacks, and we can talk about it in details. We can also talk about gardening for the soul. Yes, thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Shweta. I'm not sure, Gyanur, are you still there? Thanks, G. Thanks, Esther. Big shout out to Kathy and Raj who were here. Would you like to ask, do you guys have any question before I end this session for today? Anything else that you would like to know about me? When's the next live? Probably next year now. So next 2 weeks are quite busy and hectic for me because of Christmas and New Year's. I've started doing the decorations at home. So probably in the next year. Do come up with some ideas, Gyanur, and I'll be more than happy to come on live again. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'll make a move. I'll let you guys go and enjoy your afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you are. Merry Christmas to you too. Enjoy your Sunday. Oh, thank you. Happy New Year to you too. I'll let you guys all go and enjoy your Sunday. And thanks for giving me your time, precious time. Time is precious. So make the most of it. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.